Hey guys, it is a bit later in the day. It's 1:27. Um, I ate some food, and I don't know. I struggled with my sleep last night, so I'm kind of just out of it today. Um, I don't know. I I'm just struggling to just do stuff. I what's the word? I'm definitely feeling I'm feeling a bit lost, but also it's not that I'm giving up. It just feels like I'm just frustrated, and it's kind of coming out as like me just not doing anything. Um I've talked about my frustration, and I don't know. I definitely feel a little sad. It's so hard for me right now to trust, I guess. I don't know. I I kind of think that part of me just needs to be just doing things. Um, but it's really hard when everything is telling me, like, all of the feedback that I'm getting is that nothing's happening. And I don't know, it's really hard to keep absolute faith and trust in something that for basically most of my life has never felt like it's come through for me. Um, I'm obviously grateful that I am who I am, but I feel like I've done a lot of hard work to get there. And the idea that I need to let go completely and trust when I've never had someone or something show up in the way that I'm being told to trust. Um, it's difficult to wrap my mind around it, and it's like I'm frustrated because I can see through the whole thing. I can see why things are happening the way they are now because it's giving me time to work through all of this in order to come to some deeper understandings. And at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just feel dicked around. It's like, it's frustrating because I know that's not really what's going on, but I'm just frustrated that everything feels like it has to be so difficult. And it's like I'm not supposed to. It's kind of like there's this structure that I see of like I'm not supposed to be waiting. I'm supposed to be acting the way I want everything to be. And then it's like I act that way and I am that way and nothing changes. And it's like, well, it's not changing because you have to keep doing it until it does change. And then it's like, well, I like knowing things, but you're not allowed to know things. And then it's like, well, you're supposed to be like um carving your own path out and doing the things that you want to do. But when you do that and want to know the things, in actuality, you're not supposed to know the things because that's not going to help you get the things that you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, it's frustrating because it feels like there's so many different um, counterintuitive things all like opposed to each other. Um, and so I'm like, okay, well, like, what the fuck? Because it's like, I I don't know, like being told to do the exact opposite of the way I've lived my entire life is it feels ridiculous. And I'm aware that that's part of the whole thing. And that's what pisses me off is it's like I'm aware about all the fucking reasoning behind everything. It doesn't mean that I can't be annoyed at like how ridiculous everything is. Um, and yeah, I'm just like, it's just frustrating. I just feel very frustrated. Um, and I understand it's like I'm not trying to prove myself here, but that's what it feels like. It feels like some arbitrary prove yourself for a certain amount of time in order to figure out the things, in order for the things to happen. Because if you don't, then it won't happen, and then get fucked. And I'm like, it's like, uh, I don't know. It's like I'm just so exhausted, and I truly do want to just rest. And it's like, I don't know. I need to work through these frustrations because it's like I know that I'm not really supposed to be like all of this is what I'm supposed to be working through. And it's like it's just it's like I just want to yell and scream and say fuck off everything, like go fuck yourself, because I'm so tired of just like nothing ever being right. Whatever I do is not right. And it's like I don't know. Not doing something is not right. Doing something is not right. Thinking is not right. Not thinking is not right. It's like being, well, you got to be a certain way. It's like I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do at this point. I'm just going to try and work through this stuff. I'll do some walks. It's not supposed to be raining today, so I'll do a walk a little bit later in like an hour or two. But I think what's frustrating is the all of the understandings I have reinforce why I'm here at this very moment, but it doesn't make it any easier to be in this moment, if that makes sense. Um, it's like looking at a really simple math problem, understanding how you got to the solution and all the steps involved, but it feels like every time you put a number down for the actual answer, it feels wrong. And you don't know for sure if it's wrong, and that's part of the fucking problem. Is it's like the unknown of it is so infuriating because none of the answers look right. And you could be doing all the answers could be right. But like it just doesn't feel like it's right. And so it gets really frustrating because there's just this like disconnect. And I don't know. I think I'll do a walk in a little bit and I will have to really work through this because I don't like feeling this frustration I feel. And it's like it's like I understand everything that is supposed to be going on here. It doesn't like I feel like a fucking child with the, I feel like I'm like going through like a child temper tantrum or something about like it's like I don't want to just fucking sit here and fucking let everything kind of I don't know like feels like another version of floating in the void, if that makes sense. It's like in this instance it's like by letting go I'm effectively doing the exact same thing as if I was just floating in the void, not knowing anything, not having any direction, not having any purpose, just existing. And it's like I'm aware that from that I'm supposed to make purpose. But it's like I don't know. Oh, fuck. All right. Today I'm going to, regardless of how it happens, today I'm going to work through this frustration one way or another. I don't care how it's going to happen. I can't keep staying in this state because this state fucking sucks and I don't like this state. And so because I don't like this state, I'm not going to be in this state after today. Um, I don't know what that's going to look like. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to film the walking around. I might not. Who knows? But regardless, this is gonna end today because I absolutely despise this like set of feelings that is like looping around in my head. So okay, I'm gonna go. Um, I just want to say I apologize for like this, whatever this is. It's like, I don't know. Like part of the doing this channel and filming all the videos, it's not about filming just me being happy or me being sad or whatever. It's about filming everything, all the emotions that I'm experiencing. And this is part of it. Um, I, for most of my life, I've haven't really felt anger or frustration the way I'm feeling now. Um, so maybe part of it is all of that is bubbling to the surface as kind of emotions that maybe have been suppressed for too long, that I thought I got rid of or that I didn't have or whatever. I'm not really sure. But it feels a little embarrassing to like be having these frustrations and feelings, because it's like a lot of it just feels really confusing to me. Um, you know, my logic brain kind of talks about how ridiculous it is to feel anger and frustration. And I'm like, yeah, it is ridiculous. But I still feel it. So it's like, I don't know. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ponder on this some more, and then I will do a walk. I don't know what I don't know what's gonna happen with the walk, so we'll see. But yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, it is 6:54, and oh, sorry guys, I caught it right in the beginning. Um, okay, so as I was saying, it's 6:54, and I didn't do really much of anything. I did do a lot of like thinking about the emotions, kind of feeling them, because I don't feel like true anger very often. So, and even then, like, just because I felt angry today and the past few days and frustrated and all of the other swirling emotions I talked about, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm actually like enacting them uh, in any meaningful way. Um, it's just more of like I don't generally like feel actually frustrated very often. Um, I can feel like tense or worried or stuff like that. But like anger and frustration generally doesn't, it just doesn't like cross my reality, if that makes sense. And honestly, a lot of it is, it's like, I think misplaced is a good word for it, where I know that the frustration and anger kind of comes from within. On those are things I feel internally about myself that kind of manifest externally as, trying to point at something else. And in this case, it was the idea of feeling like the universe or an external force is asking me to act a certain way, which in reality, that's not actually the case. Um, but I don't know. I've kind of, it's okay to feel whatever emotions you're feeling, but I'm not going to wallow in them. So there's kind of the two distinctions there. Um, I think letting myself kind of sit in the emotions and allowing them to express themselves through, like, talking earlier in the video and all of that stuff. I think it was helpful, but I'm not going to let it permeate my existence, if that makes sense. And I'm also not going to let the emotions ruin all of the hard work. It can't ruin all the hard work, but like, taking a step back. Like at this point, I'm, you know, I'm about 10 days after being like healthy from being sick. And I don't feel like I've done much of anything really in these past couple weeks. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think there was some decompression that was needed because I didn't have much of a chance to really sit and let whatever may have came up throughout the whole month-long trip thing. I didn't have much of a chance to really digest anything. Like, I kind of did it along the way, but the deeper stuff, I feel like I hadn't really digested. Um, and I think a lot of that also is kind of coming to the forefront with like lingering like emotions and stuff that, at this point I've realized they're not the current me's understanding of reality. They're how the past me has felt during a lot of instances. And yeah, obviously I am tired of like the aloneness and all the other stuff, that's all true. I think it's just the way I deal with it. Kind of needs to change. And I need to use all the things that I have learned throughout this whole time to really, um, I've expressed the emotions, and now it's okay to just release it and let it go. And to get back on the grind. And what I mean by getting back on the grind is like, I've listed all the things that I want to be doing that I haven't really been doing much. So, especially like physically, I'm going to be going and doing a walk on Thursday with my sister. Tomorrow and Friday, it would be a great idea to go back to the gym and then do the walk with my sister on Thursday, do a big walk on Saturday, and then rest on Sunday. Or I could do a big walk on Sunday, and because Saturday's when I need to do this week's editing. So, yeah, which I have everything scheduled for up through Friday. So that's why I say Saturday is the day. But yeah. And then, working from there. So, as much as these past, like, 2.5 weeks have been, or 2 weeks and a couple days, I guess 2 weeks and a day, so 15 days. This has been needed, even if, I haven't been happy with it. So, anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna finish integrating stuff, and then, sleep also is really helpful after kind of doing all of this. So, getting a good night of sleep, and then waking up the next day, and then seeing how I'm feeling. I should, honestly, I should feel a lot better tomorrow. I'm already feeling better now. Now that I've kind of worked through the emotions. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. All right, see you tomorrow.